What's happening? This your boy Beard Samson. Hey man, happy Saturday morning to you, man. Alright, it's Saturday morning out here on the Pacific Northwest. I'm gonna go ahead and get that trim Saturday in, man. What we doing this morning, I'm trying to show you guys how I trim my beard, man. So I'm starting to trim a lot more. So if it look like my beard, goes down a little bit, it go down a little bit, that's because I'm actually trying to trim it as often as possible. Because we already know, man, them split ends and them double strand knots and single strand knots, that's cancer for the beard, man. Because every time you put the comb through that motherfucker, man, you pulling out all that good growth and all them good gains, man. So what I'm doing is, I like to wet this motherfucker up, man. Straight up. Start wetting that bitch up. Get out of there, man, where the motherfuckers don't like to pay attention in class. Wet that bitch up. Of course, I'm using that black vanilla. We ain't started the beard thing yet. The beard and the hair thing yet. That'll be on Sunday. That'll be tomorrow when we start that. But my Carol's daughter black vanilla leave-in conditioner. That bitch always get me right. Never let me down. Never let me down. That's why it's hard to cheat on her, though. You feel me? So, alright. What I usually do is, man, I usually pull in the beard. First, how I find the shit is I comb in that motherfucker, right? So I comb in it, but this is only for the top texture. You see how it's only pulling the top because it don't go back that deep, because you know what I'm saying? So, but I comb it for the top. Y'all hear them damn naps and shit popping through there. That's called texture. That ain't naps, man. That's texture. That's your fucking beard print. That's what the fuck that is, man. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about if my shit nappy, king. It's my beard print. That's what they like to see. They like to see that shit, man. Especially them natural women, man. They love to see the beard print, man. It's almost like having a dick print, my dude. You feel me? Alright. Now, if you want to go back there to that texture that don't like to listen, then you grab this motherfucker right here. Or you can comb from the back to the front. You know what I'm saying? So, I pull in there. I like to go in there and grab everything. Another thing with the combing, man. When you combing your beard, you want to grab as much hair inside of the comb as possible, so that you ain't grabbing a little bit of hair and you pulling that shit out. Now, it's a proven fact. You know what I'm saying? It's a proven fact. If you grab a little bit of hair and you pull that shit, it only takes a little amount of pressure or a little amount of force and you can probably pull that shit out, right? You can pull that bitch out from the root. Did my own goddamn scientific experiment. If you grab a handful or a lot of hair, you ain't pulling this shit out. Not with no little bit of force. You need to go all the way in on that motherfucker if you're trying to pull that out. So that's the same thing with the combing. If you combing only certain sections with your comb or whatever, then you probably pulling your hair out of your fucking beard. But if you grab a whole lot of hair, you know what I'm saying, stroke that bitch, then that right there, that's a different story. You feel me? That shit there's a different story. Alright, King, y'all hear all that popping. Now, don't get discouraged. That popping, that's just, you know what I'm saying? That's just because you got a curly ass texture. Or how I like to say, nap it on the motherfucker. Whatever you want to say. Motherfuckers like to say, oh, I just have a real tightly curled. Nigga, that's a fucking nap. The fuck is a nap? A nap is a tightly curled ass curl. That's what the fuck a nap is. I ain't talking about no sleep nap, nigga. You know what the fuck I'm talking about. Nap in your goddamn beard, man. I see motherfuckers using wooden combs and shit, talking about electricity charge and all this other shit. Bro, that's just you got nap, bro. Your shit napping, bro. That bitch popping. You might see a little electricity, a little fire in that bitch when your hair napping on the motherfucker. Yeah, that bitch pull. It might charge some shit. You pulling all them electrical charges out your goddamn face. You know you got brain waves and shit going on through your hands, shit like that, man. So shit, I don't blame you half for fucking sparking the charge with that nap ass beard. That's alright though. That's what the fuck we were born with though, King. That's why I really don't be understanding how some of these kings, man, I do not put heat to my beard whatsoever. I don't put heat to it, King. I don't do that shit, man. All of that fucking blow drying and shit, I don't do that, man. To straighten out my texture, why would I do that? Why would I straighten out my texture? I don't want that shit. I don't want my shit to be straight, look like a fucking curtain. I ain't trying to be no goddamn pimp, man. This ain't Pimpin' Ken. This ain't Bishop Magic Don Juan, man. I like the way that bitch glisten. Look at how that bitch glisten when I turn my damn head. Look how that bitch glisten. How that bitch glisten. Look at the stages of the boy beard, man. You see how that bitch glisten inside of that, man? Look at that shit, man. Why would you ever want to get rid of that? It's your goddamn beard print, man. Let me get to trimming this motherfucker, man. I ain't trying to hold y'all long in this motherfucker, man. So what I do is, man, while I'm watching TV or shit, even running the game or whatever I'm doing, I like to go through this motherfucker, man. I like to go through that bitch. And I like to just pull. When I go through it and I see something catch a little bit like that right there, I go and check that bitch out. I had to be detective. Be a detective on their ass. And I go and I try to find where that area was. I try to find that split or that knot that was just on the end. Or find that long ass piece of hair that you know goddamn well your beard ain't that long. You know your damn beard don't come down to your navel. So like I see this little ball right here on the end of this shit. You probably ain't gonna be able to see that shit, but I need to go and clip this motherfucker at the end. I just lost the motherfucker, man. Hold on, man. Let me fish through this shit, man. Let me fish through it. Fish through this shit. Alright. Found the ball right there. I just go and I cut that shit the fuck out. Now when you fishing through that motherfucker, man, you find that single strand knot and see which one of these motherfuckers holding on together. See who coupled up in this bitch. You gotta break that shit up. Can't be no couple in my beard. You gotta break that shit up. You got to be single in this bitch. You got to be single. You knew what it was when you grew on my face. You knew you could never have a relationship with another piece of hair. You knew that shit. Now see this shit right here? I don't know if y'all can see that shit. That shit all together. See that shit all togetherness right there? Balled the fuck up on the end, hugged up. You see that hugged up shit right there? That shit booed up. We gonna clip that shit. Let me show you what the fuck that shit was doing. Show you what the fuck it was doing, man. Get some of this goddamn grease off my hand, man. Hold on. Let me see. You see this shit right here? I don't even know if that camera gonna pick that shit up. But that shit was fucking... Shit, I should have used my other fucking camera. That motherfucker ain't gonna damn pick up. Let me see if I can hold that bitch like that, man. I don't know if y'all can see that, but that thick ass hair, man, that shit doubled up. Going to that back and get in that back. Find out where the fuck that shit was at. Texture feeling all rough and shit. See there, this shit right here, here go nothing. Here go nothing. Gotta get rid of that shit right there. Now, Kings, you can also do this shit with clippers too. You got some T outliners, or something like that. I do the shit with T outliners too. You know, I be in the bathroom when I go through the shit. I don't do no blunt cuts though. If you don't know what a blunt cut is, that mean when you cut your shit straight like this. Get this shit and cut it all off. One blunt ass cut. Your beard, that shit ain't natural, King. That shit ain't fucking natural. Your beard got many fucking dimensions, many fucking textures and shit to it, man. You don't want to fucking cut that bitch off blunt so that bitch look all robotic and shit. You know what I'm saying? Man, I'm starting to even like that natural look. As you can see, most time when I come on this motherfucker, I ain't all lined up around my beard and shit. I don't be having that line too much no more. Cause you know why? I don't really like rocking that line like that unless I'm going out or something like that. You know, if I'm going out with the wife and we about to go and do some shit, then I gonna line up, you know what I'm saying, and get that motherfucker right. But other than that, man, I like my shit to look natural, man. I like my beard to look natural. I let that motherfucker grow. And another thing I don't do, I don't cut under here, man. All this nappy ass shit under here, I leave them motherfuckers alone, man. They still in school. They got to get their fucking GED. You got to leave them alone, man. They dropped out early. They got to go back to school and get their GED. Leave them alone, man. Don't cut that shit. I don't trim or none of that shit. Now, see, when I be wearing that braid sometimes I be kind of self-conscious about them balled up ass kitchen sets that be just hanging out right there and people can see it because I got that braid in. But you know what I said? Fuck that. That's your texture, King. That's what makes you who you are, man. Everything people see on you, that's what make you who you are. Why the fuck would you want to change that, man? Now, I ain't saying don't make yourself better if you feel like you can actually self-improve. I'm not saying that by any means, King. If you're not happy with the shit, change what the fuck you need to change. You feel me? But we got to learn how to be happy in our own skin, though. So, well, this fucking video already long as fuck, man. So, this is what I do. I'm doing it a lot more often now. And I pull and I actually trim in this motherfucker. I find a rough ass texture, even a texture that feel like it'll damn be rough and it'll grab another hair. You know, we don't need no motherfucking resistance in this motherfucker. Trying to start a fucking war. We don't need no resistance. But yeah, King, that's what your boy Beard Samson, this is what I do very often to keep his beard up, man. If you don't trim, you're going to lose it. If you don't trim, you're going to lose it. I guarantee you, when you get to combing, all you're going to see is hair pulling. Hair going to be pulling through that bitch, and you ain't going to know why the fuck your shit ain't growing, or none of that shit, man. Alright. Well, that's been a quick vid with your boy Beard Samson, man. Happy Saturday, King. Have a good weekend.
See y'all next week.